The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
Good, that boat I'm looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat I look like it as well.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost home.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Well, pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the street, 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. Pleasant good morning, good night to my entire family. Good morning to the lovely Miss Sharon Felix, Mr. Dominic Romain, and their entire families. Good morning to you, all our listeners, all of our viewers online. For those of you that are always locked on with us, it's always a pleasure to have you guys right here with us. Let me also say good morning to my friends and family in Tobago. Good morning. Hope each and every one of you are doing just fine. Plus, good morning also going out. Auntie Pat, Melissa, good morning, ladies. Hope you ladies are doing great this morning. Good morning to the management and staff of the street, 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. Yes, so at this time, we take your morning greetings. So, the lines are now open. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hey, Manu, how you doing?
Well, let me tell you something. I know deep down in my heart she's going on up. She's riding in a golden chariot. Trumpets sounding the alarm and angels with their heavy chimes to welcome her unto the pearly gate. As she meet and as she greet, there's joyfulness throughout the street. In Jesus' name, they'll start to celebrate. St. Peter's waiting for morning Bruce from Tobago. As also my sister Carol Wilson had passed some time gone by there. And I say good morning to Tobago. Good morning, Pasty Street. Good morning, girlfriend. Good morning, Miss Jean. Good morning, Uman Oga. Good morning, Jenny and Carol. Good morning, Miss Pfizer Buzz. Good morning, Mr. Chance. Good morning, Brother Sterling. Good morning to you. Tina, time to get up. And the rest of this love, wherever you might be. Well, I have my brief today, so, let me say good morning to everybody.
Yeah, man.
Love to everybody. And may the good Lord bless and keep each and every one of us. Silver lining in every cloud we see. Look for that light. That light cannot hide in a dark place. So, everybody, have a nice one today. Dominic. Bruce?
Oui.
We're going in a time like this.
Yes, my brother. Yeah, man. Love and strength, Manu. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce.
Yes, my brother. Morning.
Morning to Sharon. Morning to Dominic. Morning, Trinbago, and by extension, the Titans of Democracy. Morning to Sister Jenny, Sister Carol, Mr. Chance, our constituency guru, Mr. Barataria, Rowley Jr., Bryant, Brother Sterling, Long St. George, Oi Mano, so much you call Shak Lady, Mommy Sauce, Dr. Not usual, my brother. Time for me to push back. No, it's never ever about country. Locked on as usual, my brother. You have a safe and blessed day. God is always the boss.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, King.
Blessings.
Yeah, King.
Caller, good morning. Lost it. Call me back. Caller, good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Okay, not hearing. 342-0081-466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Bruce Wayne.
Good morning, my dear. How are you this morning?
Morning. Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Sharon, Mom Sauce, Shak Lady, Manu, Mr. Napuna, the Prime Minister and his family. Good morning. Good morning, Foster Cummins and his family. Good morning, my family, my brothers and sisters in Trinidad and Tobago. Have a blessed day today. Okay? And God bless.
Yes.
And Dominic, good morning. And the rest of Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody have a blessed morning. And God bless us. Okay?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
All right.
342-0081-4665391. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Good morning, good morning.
And your family this morning. Praise the Lord again in Jesus' name, that I am in the land of the living and you also to hear each other's voice this morning on 91.9 station, right? The best station that brings the best, you know. Blessed love to Miss Sharon Felix also and her family, and Mr. Dominic, and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago and his colleagues and his family. Blessed love to him. Nice to see you last night in the cricket. Yes, I hope you enjoyed. But say what? We lost by 2, but never mind. We'll step up our game still, right? So blessed love to Mano, my dear friend. Hope everything is okay with you, Mano. Blessed love to Gemma. Blessed love to Shak Lady, Iwer, Angie, Olga and Oma. Blessed love to you. Blessed love to Miss Thomas. Blessed love to the Titans family, most likely. All and blessed ones. So Deep South, Batavia, Mr. Chance, and oh Lord, each and every one, my 4 corners of my area, Parsley Street, Nova, Beacom, Sumaka, Paradise Heights, blessed love. Keep that journey going. As I just tell my Prime Minister, hold on to that balance wheel. Don't look back. Satan on the loose, don't let him fool you. Right? So all blessing goes to all Trinidad and Tobago. All that's in and out of foreigners, blessed love. Thank you, Mr. Bruce Wayne. Yeah, doing a little show here, so you know that's yeah.
Thank
you. So blessed love, yes. Thanks again for taking my call.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you today?
I am fine. How are you doing today?
I am fine.
Nice.
How is the family?
Everybody's good.
Okay, nice. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Sharon, Dominic. Good morning, Mano. Mano, drink some bush for that thing or go by the doctor, please. I'm begging you again. Please, Mano. Shak Lady, good morning. Mr. Napuna, good morning. Angie, good morning. Parsley Street, good morning. Village, Deep South, what going on with you, boy? Just give us a call and let us know how you're going. Mr. Chance, good morning. Tobago, Mr. Archam, Mr. Murray, whoever. It's had so much name to call that I forget. Tobago, good morning. Titans family, good morning. All on the chat. Trinidad and Tobago this morning. Bruce are feeding my chicken and I hear a gunshot. I'm sure somebody get it this morning. These young people not listening. They're not listening, Bruce. They're going and they're teaching you thing and telling you have and they don't have, so they have to get something. People, what going on with all it? Have things out there to do. Please go and find something to do. Find something to do regardless of how small it is and stop thieving people things. I am fed up of that. Trinidad and Tobago. Have a great day, everybody. Malcolm and Gemma. Everybody. Bruce, you have a great and wonderful day. And thanks again, bro, for coming out.
Yes.
You need a 2 weeks holiday, eh? Iwer. Give Bruce a 2 weeks, please. You need a rest. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Take care. Caller, good morning. Or call me back. 342-0081-4665391. Those are the numbers to call. Give me a call. Shout me out. Let me know. Say good morning to that loved one. Spread the love this morning. Each and every morning. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Brucey.
Hi, morning.
Good morning to Mr. Mountain George. Good morning to Miss Crosby. Good morning to my niece in Tobago, Harry McKay. Good morning to Miss Parsley Street. Good morning to Gina, Miss Tanapuna. Good morning, Good morning to the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. All God's blessings. Brother Sterling, good morning. Brother Sterling, remember you from the days of 4102. Remember me? Brother Sterling, remember you should be there? God bless. God. You see, have a blessed day.
You too,
Take
my
care.
dear. Take care.
Right?
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hi, good morning, Omar. How are you doing?
I'm good after John yourself.
I'm doing great. Can't complain.
Okay, well, that's a blessed morning to Trinidad and Tobago, all the trusting and obeying people. Blessed morning. Blessed morning to you again and your family. Dominic, King Dominic, blessed morning to you. Miss Sharon Phoenix, good morning. All of Trinidad and Tobago, blessed morning to all. And as I always say, keep the guard up, don't let it down. Now is the time to be much more wise and watchful. Take care of the children and be safe on the nation's Black Sabbath. Blessed love. Hold on, please.
Hi, good morning, Bruce.
Blessings, my brother.
And good morning to the lady. Where is the lady?
She didn't come as yet, but she's soon come.
All right, she just take a little while. Yes, so good morning to each and every one. Good morning to that nice lady from Faizabad. Lady was to see the gunshot.
Yes.
Go on.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Caller, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, my brother, morning.
Morning, brother Batman, Bruce. What's up?
Hey, they cool, man. Oh,
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, man.
Morning to all the listeners, all the viewers. Morning to all who not feeling so well, all who feeling well, all the sick, all the infirm, all the crippled, all the blind, all the deaf, all the dumb. Yet have a lady that's calling us. Shack lady, I find it's very long boat lady. Oh gosh, what's up? I know you wouldn't talk where you're going through on the radio, but there's something a little, you say, yeah, a little more sprightly, so I want to wish you a little feeling good. Bruce, yeah, it's a really nice, beautiful people that's calling in the morning time. I'm going to give you one before I go. Concentrate sometimes on the space between your worries and your thoughts. That point there, just between you go to the next thought and you're sending yourself mad and be feeling frustrated and feeling stressed. You see the space between the thinking? Concentrate on that sometimes. That is where the spirit dwells. You know, to all these sick people and all who not feeling, all who depressed and stuff like that, sometimes focus on that piece of God that's inside of you. And between your thoughts, that's where you dwell. It will help in healing, help in keeping your mind relaxed, helping for you to go on to another day. Everybody have a nice day locked on and listening, Bruce. Bruce, you have a nice one, brother.
Yeah, man. Bless. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, my dear. How are you this morning?
I'm okay. As one woman, I don't take on no problem. So that's why I look so young. I just talk to God, my Papa God.
Nice.
Anyhow, morning, Sharon, and Angie, Mr. Oh God, you went away. But anyhow, morning, everybody. Love you all. Bye, Lucy.
Yes, my
Love
dear.
you, darling.
Love you too, darling. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce.
Morning, my brother. Morning.
Felix, morning, Mr. Dominic, all loyal listeners and callers, all who are in live. You know, this is the university, as I always say, and we wait on the chancellor and the vice chancellor. We waiting on the dean to come in. If you as I say, the chancellor, the and the vice chancellor,
They know who they are. And we know who the dean. We want the professors and the lecturers now to make the program the one as is the number one program in the morning. Locked on and listening.
Yes, blessings. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, Sharon, Dominic, wherever you are, pleasant morning. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Special good morning to all the Titans, and special good morning to all me other Mac me and company from Tobago who usually call in. Mr. Monk St. George, my darling, pleasant good morning. Have a blessed day, everybody.
You too, my dear. Take care. So I'll just take a few more calls and then we're going to get into our online papers for today, Monday the 19th of September 2022. And let me say happy birthday going out to my very good friend, my brother from another mother, Mr. Hayden Marjoram, a.k.a. English. Blessed and strong, my brother. You live to see many, many more. So guys, I could probably take about 2 more calls and then we're going to get into the papers. If not, I'm going to get into it right away. 342-0081-466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. I'm alive.
Hey, well, I say you forget me.
This number, boy, is the worst to get through every minute. And when I can't get through, I have to cut off my phone, start all over again. But I'm listening, I'm locked on. Well, you know, Monday is my big day.
Yes.
Yes. And I won't keep back anybody else. Good morning, everyone. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Yes. So until another day when I at church again, you better see the party on my birthday or the day before my birthday. Anyway, I'll go.
Yes, darling, you take care.
So I will enjoy myself to the fullest. I ain't military, you're calling me. Again, one thing.
Hey.
Military, morning. Morning, Sharon. Morning, everybody. Bruce, I'm feeling tired. I have to go to work this morning. I have to go with the lady this morning. So I'll go and get ready.
All right, then. You take care.
Have a nice day.
You too, my dear. Have a great one.
Okay.
Caller, good morning.
Pleasant morning, people.
Good morning.
Greetings to you, my brother. And to the 91 family. Greetings. I'm here, locked on, listening. I wish everybody a blessed day and a safe week. People, the virus hasn't gone far from us, so let us be careful. Let us pray for this country. Let us continue to live Trinidad and Tobago, because we are in a dark period, but we're giving God thanks because we know He's God and He's on the throne. He's always God. So to Sharon and all the presenters, I want to say blessed morning. To those who are not feeling so good, to Mano, I take the word of the encouragement of the person that encouraged you. Go by the doctor a little bit, please. And to everyone else, have a safe and a blessed day. Love you all. I'm always here, locked on and listening.
Yes, thank you. Take care. So, guys, we're going to get into... Wait, just make sure. Double check. Right. Right, nice. So take one more before we get in. Caller, good morning. Lost it. So guys, at this point, I'm going to get into our online papers for today, Monday the 19th of September 2022. Headlines in the Express Stop THA election. Lawyers threaten court action over validity of Duke's resignation. And President mourns Queen. Get in and see what's taking place. Questions over the validity of Duke's resignation. The election of a new Deputy Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, THA, today is on shaky ground. Cement dust all over. Residents of Old Southern Main Road in Chaguanas are calling on the relevant authorities to intervene in the operations of a transport company, Center City. Hold on, get in, see. Right. Center City Transport Company Limited, and put an end to years of environmental and noise pollution, illegal dumping, blocking of their driveways, as well as blockage of the free flow of traffic. Enterprise improving. One may have noticed in recent years a return to street corners in some communities of barber, beauty and grooming shops owned and operated by young men and women. Highway crosser killed near Chaguanas. Central Division Police is seeking the public's assistance in identifying a man who was struck by a vehicle as he attempted to cross the Sir Solomon Hochoy Highway on Sunday. Duke in St. Lucia wants to heal the rift between islands. Political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, PDP, Watson Duke, says he wants to heal the rift between Caribbean nations for more equality in the region. Rift? Okay. Constituents have their say. Slaps and praise for Lee. Should fraud and conspiracy accused MP David Lee remain in Parliament and in the National Executive of the United National Congress? Full speed for ANR Airport as living arrangements made for 7 affected residents. The ANR Robinson Airport expansion project is moving full speed ahead as the Tobago House of Assembly has intervened to house the 7 residents immediately affected. Government makes low bids for Trin-City Lands mall sale imminent. Boy and dad wounded as gunmen kill the wrong person. Life in a hot spot. Lee ready to prove his innocence. Family left suffering after gunman opens fire at wake, injuring 6. Top Cup clears Faris in sale of Porsche. And these are the stories making way in the Express at this time. So we head over to the Newsday. Accidental child porn. U.S. lawyer threatens action over reports on ex-SM Jalil vice president. Error as extra money sent to MTS workers' bank accounts. Confusion over flag protocol. Legal threat to stop election of THA deputy chief. Mover man shot dead in Longdonville. Medical condition keeps girl 14 from school. Hussein. Backlog of 42,000 ballistic, 33,000 DNA samples, government labs. 2 more COVID-19 deaths, 103 new cases. 3 former monarchs among top 10 for Independence Calypso finals. Patel replaces seals for TKR for rest of CPL. THA to elect new deputy chief on Monday. Well, not too sure what's going to happen there. Final 5 of 100 buses arrive for PTSC. Beckles Robinson calls for respect for the environment. St. James pensioner Arima teen missing. Nature Seekers receives US $1.5 million from Canadian NGO. Police arrest 2, seize guns, ammo and ganja. McDonald Pandey also charged while in public office. Boy 8 shot, relative killed in Kelly Village. Corporation Chairman's vision for Couva. Railway Strip Heritage Park. Hines, government had no role in Lee's charges. Point-a-Peer MP Lee denies fraud charges. I own the Benz. Kings overpower Patriots in Taruba. And these are the stories making way in the Newsday. So let's get into the Guardian and see what's taking place. Headlines in the Guardian. Security challenge. THA to elect new deputy today. Confusion over legality of Duke's resignation. A special sitting of the Tobago House of Assembly THA is scheduled for today at 10:30 a.m. to elect a new deputy chief secretary. We see how that goes. Success at men's wellness fair. Firefighters are often exposed to serious health risks, including heat, exhaustion, burns, and physical and mental stress. Peer tutoring needed in schools. Funeral of Queen Elizabeth II is huge security challenge. Concerned citizens files motion to prevent THA from electing new deputy chief sec on Monday, well today. Constituents call on Lee to resign. Trini living in Taipei credits Taiwan for level of preparedness after quake. Members call for audit of Ventia Credit Union. TNT President signs condolence book at Lancaster Hall. Beckles, citizens to get money for bottles in new beverage container bill. UNC, gangsterism in TNT on the rise. 10 move forward to win Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch. Mayor, motorcycles the way to get through congestion in Chaguanas. Pedestrian killing accident still unidentified. Toko man stabbed by relative. Arima man shot dead after attempting to bounce police officer. SRP suffers gunshot wounded to the groin. Police officer's vehicle and government-issued items stolen. So these are the stories making way in the Guardian, the Express, and the Newsday at this time. So just before I continue, give me a second. So welcome back. Let me take this time to say plus good morning to the lovely Miss Sharon Felix. Good morning to you, my dear. How are you this morning?
Ay. Good morning, Bruce. Good. Thank the Lord for waking up this morning. Very, very happy to be alive. But oh God, all you remember, not to accept no female dog around all you. Oh God. Lord Father, I am as nervous as it comes. Now I can't find you back. Where are you?
Where you going?
You see me?
Yeah, clear as
I
day.
can't find you. I can't find you at all.
Where you press?
Oh, look, I don't even know now right now. Look, guys, log on to the live stream. And of course, you can find us on YouTube, Iwer TV, live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everybody. Yes. Boy, whole night I ain't sleep. Whole night Sharon Felix ain't sleep. I don't know what. And the dog calling, the male and them whole night. She howling, he answering, and so they're going. Right by my head, eh? Oh, you finished with the papers?
Yes, my dear. But I know you have to browse through to see all the...
I'm trying to look and see. I die my head like them old woman this morning, miserable. You know that when we get to know in age, it has some old ladies who like to quarrel plenty. Dive me today. I die my hair, die up all my side of my face. All so frustrated, all kind of thing going on. Only bear with me this morning, eh? Bear with me this morning. Right. So, remember, tell all you I don't want to interfere in the people's business. Remember, tell all that. Where's the cement dust all over the place, all over?
Yeah.
Residents of Old Southern Main Road in Chabonas are calling on the relevant authorities to intervene in the operation of a transport company. Center City Transport. Where is that now? They're messing up the place.
Yeah, Papa. That's the first story you see it?
No, it's not the first story, but as I see it, I wanted to know what it was about, yeah? Oh Lord, please, I don't know. What if I do this thing? Or them just bear with the old lady today. I don't know what's going on here. You all hearing me good?
Yep.
You hearing me good?
Loud
Good.
and clear.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, and I say I don't want to mind the people business, and I really don't want to. Put it in my face. So, I'm seeing on the Express this morning, questions over validity of Duke's resignation. And this thing is becoming more and more interesting. It is becoming more and more interesting because let us just go into it a bit. While this is becoming interesting, then we have the MP for Point-a-Pay being charged. Yes, now, where is it? So we'll come back to that, but this is interesting, very interesting. Was I not hearing you? No. But I hear him. I'm not hearing you. To find out the papers.
Which one in the Express, right?
Yeah, the accidental child porn. U.S. lawyer threatens action. It's accidental porn, is it?
I was trying to figure out accidental. I don't know what happened then.
TH3 elect. Right. Okay. So we in the Guardian, and the following is about. You see the weather forecast? Right, look, it now come up. Right, so I see concerned citizen files a motion to prevent THA from electing a new deputy chief secretary.
Yeah.
Right, you saw that, right? Good. Then there is a story. I don't know if I send it to you.
The story is
a story just now. Let me just see if it's one of the older ones. Right. There are other stories that I would have, I have some on my profile on Facebook. So, THA to elect new deputy tomorrow, which is today. Confusion over the legality of Duke's resignation. So let us go into this and see. Because this is this is on the Guardian.
Okay.
It's a story yesterday.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that was actually the first story I read coming out of the headline.
A special sitting of the Tobago House of Assembly THA is scheduled for today, which is with a Centreborough at 10:30 a.m. to elect a new deputy chief secretary. This, according to the Office of the Chief Secretary, will be done in accordance with Act 40 of 1996, Section 8, which says, inter alia, the assemblymen shall elect from among their number the chief secretary and the deputy chief secretary in accordance with Section 11. And following such election, the president shall administer to the chief secretary and the deputy chief secretary, respectfully, the oath of office set out in the third schedule. A release from the office of the chief secretary stated that this follows the resignation of Assemblyman Watson Duke as deputy chief secretary on September 15th. Duke subsequently intimated this in writing to the chief secretary, Farley Augustine. Duke founded the PDP in 2016, and following a recent public contention between him and Augustine, he resigned as the THA Deputy Chief Secretary last week. The Office of the Chief Secretary advised that the Executive Council acknowledged Duke's resignation, and the letter was forwarded to the offices of the President and the Presiding Officer for appropriate action. President Paul M. Weeks is currently attending Queen Elizabeth's funeral in London, and Senate President Christine Kangaloo is acting in her absence. The Office of the Chief Secretary thanked Duke for his service over the past 9 months and stated that the Office of the Chief Secretary and the THA remain committed to ensuring effective governance for the people of Tobago. Meanwhile, there is over the legitimacy of Duke's resignation as Deputy Chief Secretary of the THA. Chairman of the Tobago Business Chamber and attorney Martin George, in a public statement, questioned the legality and validity of Duke's resignation, saying that while Duke tendered his resignation to Augustine to be legal, valid, however, the letter should have been presented to the President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Sunday Guardian columnist and University of the West Indies UWI professor of political science, Dr. Hamid Ghani, on the other hand, expressed grave concerns about the resignation letter offered by Duke to Augustine, as he said, there are gray areas that need to be cleared up. He said the letter should have been sent to the presiding officer of the THA. Ghani said under the THA Act of 1996, both the Chief Secretary and the Deputy Chief Secretary are elected by the Assembly, unlike the other secretaries in the THA who are appointed by the President on the advice of the Chief Secretary. The THA Act of 1996 only provides for the Chief Secretary or the Deputy Chief Secretary to cease to hold office after 1, they cease to be a member of the Assembly, 2, they are to be reappointed to a new term, or 3, they lose a motion of no confidence against either of them in the Assembly, and they can either resign within 2 days, failing which they can be removed from office by the President.
We have about a minute again.
So, he said in the absence of these conditions in the THA Act of 1996, a provision is made in the Constitution Act Section 142 for any of the officials of the THA named in Section 141 to be able to resign. However, a letter written by such a person will have to be addressed to the person or authority by whom they were appointed, elected, or selected, in this case, the presiding officer. Duke's letter was addressed to the Chief Secretary, who did not appoint, elect, or select him. This needs to be clarified, Ghani said. According to Ghani, a court will have to rule on the validity, and the President will have to decide if she will swear into office a new Deputy Chief Secretary. I want to leave it there until we come back. Because Ho Choi Charles also had another article in one of the papers similar to what I'm reading here. And this is it has a lot of concerns. Plus, I send you a recording of somebody, I forget the gentleman's name. And Fali have a lot of, he has, boy, listen, when we come back, so people, I want you to share the live. Tobagonians, as I tell you all, go and get your cable, your internet ready, so when you cut off, you can jump on to the YouTube or the Facebook. All right. We will be back. Do not shift your dial.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife, Nikki Garcia, for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16, verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. to the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to to 5 a.m. All night prayer live, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com. Reggae Rock Sundays featuring MC Duke and Selector Kutchi present Reggae and Rockers. On board the Embassy Yacht on September 24th, Republic Night. Boarding 10 p.m. and sailing at 11 p.m. at the Hyatt Waterfront in Port of Spain. Get your reggae groove on. With top DJs, Selector Kutchi, Bruce Wayne, TC, and Heavy Duty. Early bird tickets cost $150. After that, you pay more, $175. For tickets, call Selector Kutchi at 777-7909 and MC Duke at 349-4121. Reggae and Rockers Republic Night. No oversized schoolers allowed. Don't miss it.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle Tuesday morning from 11:05 to 12 noon. Right here on the street 919 FM.
Here at Land Capital Certificates, we provide opportunities for your money to make money. We all know saving is important, but saving alone won't get you to your financial goals. And let's face it, the bank doesn't have your best interest in mind. So this is your wake-up call. Do you have $1 million saved? Then contact us today. Spotsar Limited. Call 324-LENN. That's 324-LENN.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showin Al Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Showin R. Thomas on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845, 349-5178, or 342-7303.
Good, that boat I'm looking like it real bad.
Are you ready
for that boat experience again. The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat, I look like it's out west.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy with the lovely Miss Sharon Felix and Bruce Wayne. Sharo?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yes, my dear.
I am right here. Not going a place. Right. So we would have touched on the where we step up to Bruce.
Duke's letter was addressed to the Chief Secretary, who didn't appoint, elect or select him. This needs to be clarified, Ghani said. Excuse me.
All right, good, nice. So that's according to Ghani, a court will have to rule on the validity, and the president will have to decide if she will swear into office a new deputy chief secretary. So George, in a statement, said whether Duke's resignation was legal or not, it is of national importance, which is truth. It is of national importance because if there is no deputy chief secretary, then, according to the THA Act, there can be no executive council. Because when one looks at the legislation in terms of the THA Act, and you see what constitutes the executive council, it says, it shall include among the posts that include the deputy chief secretary. So it come like the government of Trinidad and Tobago can be sworn in. The first two persons can be sworn in to start to make up the government is the Prime Minister and the Attorney General. They are the first two to be sworn in. Remember that?
Yep. And
then the others follow suit. So Section 33 of the THA Act says, the Executive Council shall comprise and among the posts listed that of the Deputy Chief Secretary. So if there is no Deputy Chief Secretary at present, there is no Executive Council capable of running and managing the affairs of the THA legally. Right? It is a
conundrum.
A conundrum that must be addressed. The question is whether that resignation is effective at all. All here. Pay attention to what's going on. He said when one looks at the purported resignation letter that Duke tendered and proffered, it seems to be that the letter is addressed to Augustine in his capacity as THA Secretary, Chief Secretary. If one considers that Mr. Augustine is not the one who appointed Duke as Deputy Chief Secretary, and he's not the one who administered to Mr. Duke the oath of office as Deputy Chief Secretary, then it begs the question as to whether a letter to Mr. Augustine purporting to resign the post of Deputy Chief Secretary is effective at all. That may be as effective as Mr. Duke writing to a family member or neighbor and saying, I tender my resignation. The president, according to the THA Act, is the one who administers the oath of office to the Deputy Chief Secretary. He added that in the past, people wishing to leave that post
have sent their letters of resignation to the president. George also said that he has not seen any evidence that Duke tenders resignation to the president. He also warned of legal entanglements if another person assumes the office of Deputy Chief Secretary, although legally Duke still holds the post. These are not issues to take lightly. Section 142 of the Constitution. 1. Subject to the provision of this Constitution, any person who is appointed or elected to or otherwise selected for any office established by this Constitution, including the office of the Prime Minister or other minister or parliamentary secretary, may resign from that office by writing under his hand, addressed to the person or authority by whom he was appointed, elected, or selected. 2. The resignation of any person from any such office shall take effect when the writing signifying the resignation is received by the person of or authority to whom it is addressed, or by any person authorized by that person or authority to receive it. Duke and Augustine did not respond to calls and text messages sent to them yesterday. I said to you, right, while I don't want to mind the people business, it is public and it is current affairs. And to understand, and for most of the reasons, this was one of the particular reasons. Because we have to understand exactly what we're doing, what we're getting into. The Facebook screen looking well good, but to me, is there a problem with YouTube screen? Or is it my YouTube?
Sure. Check.
Let me check and see. I don't know, na boy. I will tie up this, right, it's back to normal. I will tie up these dog and them out, you know. They done vex me already and I'm uncomfortable here. So people share the live with 459 and 276 on the Facebook, on the YouTube. Oh gosh, whichever. Make a mistake. Just now, Bruce. I sent something. Let me just see if I could get this back, and I would tell you. But I would have put it up on my Facebook too. So you could probably check there. I want to. Let's take some calls in the meantime while I look for the other. Yeah, my thing looking foggy. I don't know what happened. I have my background foggy.
I know that it blurred out.
I have it blurred out for a reason. Let's take the calls in the meantime. Oh, this computer, he put his computer here to frustrate me now. Right. So remember, the numbers are 307. I am not forgetting the number. 307-0930 and 475-7426. That's on my end. In the meantime, I'm looking for something here that I sent to Bruce. I just want to make sure it's the right thing I want him to use. So call us up in the meantime.
You can also call 342-0081 and the 466-5391. On your Facebook page here.
All right. I have a caller here. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Sharon. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning.
I only find it particularly strange that the good citizens of Tobago is showing so much attention to what is going on. And they're finding ways how things could settle between the two gentlemen.
Yes, conveniently, eh?
Conveniently.
They didn't have that kind of sympathy for all that they had done to Tracy Davidson. Exactly. And they didn't have no sympathy for Tracy Davidson. But all of a sudden, they have sympathy. Bruce?
Yeah, because you know that they knew what was being raised with the zip line was they didn't know it
was false.
It was false. And you know that first came out. It started in Tobago, but it didn't get no traction. You know when it get the traction? When them boys that them in Mondo and I follow them start to push the propaganda and then Fally run with it. But look where it ended up. Look where you end up. But at the end of the day, Fally has to answer for a lot of things.
I want to read something for you just now. Oh God, I send this in the wrong place. Lord.
I want to know what it went on with that USA trip with Vanilla Topic.
Wait no man. Where the thing go on? Hi.
Fally tell me one cocoa. Early basket. When was he spending what he when we asking him where is what you getting the money to fund for the party? He defended what he do. He went there and punch with what's done.
Well, I'm glad you say that because I don't know, Bruce, did I send you a recording of a Yes, I sent it to you, Bruce. Check it out.
Okay.
Check the recording that I sent you. I want you to play it this morning. People, you need to log on. This is important. A lot of people might find I have no right to, I shouldn't do. No, this is important to us.
I'm going to listen off here.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. Yeah.
This is important to us. Go up. Bruce, I better send it to you. If it's not yesterday, it might have been Saturday. Check it for me.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday was the 17th.
34. Yes, the 17th. At 8:34 a.m. Check it out. You read it and everything. I see the blue tick.
I see it.
Right. I want you to play that for me. And I'm going to send you. Now the articles are on my I think I put them up on my Facebook, but I'm still going to send you. I'm sending it. I send it to Mr. Chance. Right. So, right, and it says, the one that I want you to play this first. While we taking the course, put it up to play. And then we will talk about Duke Erd in removing Farley to get top THA position. Right? I just send it for you.
Yeah, I see it there.
Right. So. Although I can't find back the thing here. You know what's going on with this thing now, boy. But you see this morning, I don't want no stress. So, people, you can call us. Let me say good morning to all of Tobago. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to all of our Trinidad listeners. Good morning to all our foreign listeners and callers. Good morning, everybody. Everybody, good morning. This is, for me, this is very, very important. Because you see it?
Show video everything?
Yeah. I want them to understand. Right. But before right, do you want us to read the miscalculation or you want to play this first? Because we opened the lines for calls and I realize people not calling much, so they probably want to hear.
We'll play the video first.
All right, so let's go with the video, guys. I want you to listen attentively and understand. This is not about gloating or anything. This is about putting your house in order and telling PNM people, listen and understand the bacchanal that Tobago is faced with, so that you do not get into the same mayhem. Because this is a serious bit of confusion, you know. I feel, Bruce, let us read this article first and then play that.
All right.
I feel so. You got it? Duke Erd in removing Farley to get top THA position.
I'm now sending it for me to be able to read it.
Right. I'm starting it and you will continue when you get it. I want us to read together today. So the story is in the Express. Tate is my favorite journalist. Watson Duke made a great miscalculation according to former Tobago House of Assembly THA Chief Secretary, Ochoy Charles. Speaking on the Express yesterday, Charles said, Duke misled himself in seemingly thinking that by removing Fali Augustine as deputy political leader, he would trigger his removal as chief secretary. He thought he was dealing with the Trinidad and Tobago Constitution, Section 49(2)(e), which states that if you contest an election on a party ticket and you are expelled from that party, you must vacate your seat in the House of Representatives. It is not so in Tobago and does not apply to THA. If this conflict between Duke and Augustine had happened in the National Parliament, Augustine expulsion would have triggered a vacancy in the Parliament. In fact, 2 vacancies with respect to Augustine and Faith B. Israel's health secretary, who was also removed by Duke as deputy political leader. Right. Who's take the next part?
And Duke, as Deputy Chief Secretary, would have held the position of Chief Secretary for the 3 months while the election was called. Duke erred when he thought that the party political decision and the cancelling of the party positions would apply to the THA or even affect its operations, he said. He conceded, however, that if they carry this thing too far and they, Duke and Augustine, lose confidence in each other and the question of a vote of no confidence is filed, then it has the potential to affect the THA. A vote of confidence against the Chief Secretary or Deputy Chief Secretary would mean that all 15 elected members of the THA, including the sole People's National Movement member, would be required to take a position in support of Duke or Fali. The subject of the vote of no confidence, if the motion is successfully carried, would have to resign his position in 2 days or the president would revoke his appointment. So the problem will come if the Chief Secretary does not have the confidence in the majority of the elected members of the THA or the Deputy Chief Secretary does not enjoy their confidence. Once the conflict does not reach the level of a confidence vote, the operations of the THA remain unaffected, he added. Charles further explained that Duke, as Deputy Secretary, does not have an assignment of the functions which are named in the 5th schedule. Those functions were given to 7 other secretaries as the Chief Secretary. The Deputy Chief Secretary's function is to deal with other matters which are not mentioned in the 5th schedule, such as the issue of Tobago autonomy, ensuring that the service commissions deliver to Tobago, and responsibilities relating to the diaspora. So the day-to-day bread and butter functions of the THA as outlined in the 5th schedule form no part of the responsibilities assigned to the Deputy Chief Secretary, he said. By contrast, in the previous PNM administration, the Deputy Chief Secretary was the Secretary for Finance, he added.
Hold on. Let me take this part. Tobago voted for Fali, not Duke. Asked about the extent of Duke's support, Charles said, it was not accidental that Progressive Democratic Patriots, PDP, political leader Duke, I want to listen to this, allowed Fali to become Chief Secretary. Mr. Duke, leading a political party in Tobago, could not have won that election. And he knew that. And that is why very early he said that Fali would be the Chief Secretary. Because people were not going to vote for Mr. Duke. PDP could not win the election if Duke was leading it and offering himself as Chief Secretary.
So he sent the deputy political leader to win. And now that that objective has been achieved, this conflict has been brought to the fore. It has nothing to do with what happened in America. I told you all that. That was just a quote-unquote, a quote-in to tell myself that I'm ready to jump out. On Independence Day, when Farley walked on that red carpet, go and look at the tape and look at Mr. Duke's face. When Farley walked down and took the salute, Duke said to himself, nah man, he couldn't take that, Charles said. I know the problem. He, Duke, can't take that. He must be the big man. So that is what happened there. And after that, he started to cuss the administrator and everyone. So that issue of those people going up to New York and not getting food and so on is not the issue. He said, Duke, make a move to take over, and he now realizing that he can't get rid of them because they have the majority, and that they may very well get rid of him as Deputy Chief Secretary because the THA law prevents him from taking the Chief Secretary position in the way he thought it would have played out. It backfired on him. And I think that Duke should humble himself and work things out in the interest of the people of Tobago. Now, let me just tell you something. And you see, the PDP was being very deceitful to the people of Tobago. And Farley not getting away either, because Farley knew all of that. You hear what I'm telling you? He not getting away either, and not taking that. Now, Mr. Archer, hold on. So let me tell you all something. This is a game being played. This is how I see it this morning, me. Duke in St. Lucia wants to heal the rift between islands. You resign as Deputy Chief Secretary. But you're in St. Lucia wants to heal the rift between islands. I don't understand this game being played. And then, concerned citizen files motion to prevent TJ from electing new Deputy Chief Secretary on Monday. Now, you resign, you ain't send your letter to where it's supposed to go, right? You're playing the fool with Trinidad and Tobagonians. You ain't send the letter where it's supposed to go. I am sure, and I hope that I'm wrong. This not looking like a mistake. And then, boom, somebody is filing a motion to prevent the THA from electing a new Chief Secretary. Trinidad and Tobago, they're taking us for fools. And Farley Augustine knew all of these things before taking the position from Duke to go up as Chief Secretary. He knew that the people would not have voted for Duke. So he was the what do you call it?
Scapegoat?
No, the markad. Right? But before taking that position, you all would have some discussion. It is alleged. I am thinking so. And something went wrong between there and there. Let me take Mr. Archer. Mr. Archer, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. How are you?
Good.
Good morning, Lucy.
Morning, Mr. Archer.
Everything all right?
Yeah, man.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Sharon, you know we are smart man in everything. You know that? We are smart man in everything. Let's get them coming forward and say they want to mediate and they want to do this and they want to do that.
Why they want to mediate between the both of them? Why they didn't mediate when they was calling up Tracy Davidson's name and saying all kind of things? That today, she take Farley to court. He can't say a word where that is concerned.
Not a word.
Not a word. He can't even come back to say if he's sorry. If the information that was given to him was wrong. No mediating was taking place.
Right, and then he now in position where he could get all the information. All information and nothing to come. But this man who want to mediate. He didn't know that this letter that was wrote and sent to the wrong person.
And mind you,
them a big time lawyer.
Mind you, you didn't seek advice before sending the letter?
No, well, because I'm saying them is big time lawyer. These people are big time lawyer. They know all the laws. Mr. Duke sending a letter to the chief secretary. He could have advised Mr. Duke, or himself he didn't advise Mr. Duke. All the same way like how he's talking here. And say, brother, they're sending the thing to the wrong person. Because nobody didn't ask him whether he's sending the thing to the wrong person or the right person. He come out and say no, that the letter went to the wrong person. You understand? So they convenience them, convenience them to say certain things at certain time. And feel that everybody is smarter than everybody. Or let me put it that simply, they're brighter than everybody. But I'm telling you something, Sharon. There are a lot of questions to answer. A lot of questions to answer in Tobago. Because I could remember when Mr. Farley, Mr. Duke, all of them and Dr. Faith, all of them on platform parading, saying that contract wouldn't go, they won't like how PNM giving it out, they put in something and they will go on Facebook and they will go on somewhere or call it. Me know the thing and then they call it with Facebook and they put in something there so you could just go into it and with the contractor. Sharon, they don't want to pay the contractors and them who do work that they're seeing every day. They want to pay the contractors and them who they take away contract from. And when we telling them, when we were saying that they're giving Trinidadian people contract, take it away from the Tobagonians, the small contractors in Tobago, because when August school time, the school repair start, the small contractors in Tobago, because what the past regime was saying, that small contractors must get resume to become big contractors. So they take away all the things from the contractors in Tobago and give it to their friends or their partner or their financiers or whosoever. Because some of them put up some signboard where they're doing work in King Peter Bay Road. And when they see the name, they can't pronounce the name, they just take them back the board. When they go in Palatibia, they get in Palatibia, different people. They build a bridge at Google Park. When I was talking to the Mr. Kim was talking to the foreman, and the foreman told us width and height is the same thing. Width and height. Because Mr. Kim said with the experience he gets as a builder, contractor, you're supposed to go with height and width here because bamboo might come down and block the drain. You know, when they had the last shower rain, the whole thing block up and they're doing a certain nonsense, Sharon. And to be going and just sitting down and they say nothing. There are some people, some contractors, some people they say is contractors, they don't have the experience. And then they're walking about and go office to office and sell home the experienced people and say they are paying. But Sharon, time longer than time, and let us all sit down and wait and see. And again, I say the lawyer who knows so much in Tobago.
Ooh, Papa.
He's the boss lawyer in Tobago. Them and a lady called Adido or Adado or something. As they say anything, they know every single thing. And what I'm saying...
Mr. Archer, you have to wrap it up. Remember, we have a lot of people want to get in.
Some of them now come here and not allowing Tobagonians to do or say what they should. Look, last but not least, look the airport. Encouraging the people and them not to leave the airport. When we go inside, we're going to stop the airport. Very poor people and them listening to foolishness. They don't know this is a central government project, but when we go inside it, we're going to shut down the airport, we're going to stop it. We'll be airport today. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Archer. Let me just say to you guys, right? Let me just say this. I am not a fool. I am not a fool, Trinidad and Tobago. And certainly you all are not one either. All you listen to me, I'm telling all you something is, this letter was To me, this is me. This letter was done in the way it was done for a particular reason. Freedom Law Chambers, attorneys at law, number 3 Harris Street, San Fernando, Trinidad, West Indies. Head of Chambers, Anand Ram Logan LC and Associates. The 18th of September 2022, Ms. Abby Taylor, Presiding Officer, Tobago House of Assembly, Narish Prasad Building, Bacolet Street, Scarborough, Tobago. The Presiding Officer of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Office of the President, Circular Road, St. Anne's, Port of Spain. The Honorable Attorney General, Ministry of the Attorney General, Agla Towers, Richmond Street, Port of Spain. There, sir, madam, reappointment of a new Deputy Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. We act for Miss Crystal Fordis of number 27 Darrell Spring, Scarborough, Tobago in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Our client is a registered elector from the Darrell Spring Rim Electoral District. We are instructed as follows. 1, by letter dated 15 September 2022, addressed to the Honorable Chief Secretary, Honorable Falia Chavez Agustin. The Deputy Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, THA, Mr. Watson Duke, purported to resign as Deputy Chief Secretary of the THA. See letter attached A. By letter dated 17th September 2022, Mr. Augustine acknowledged the said purported letter of resignation and indicated that he had forwarded same to the President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and the presiding officer of the THA for appropriate action. See copy of letter attached as B. On 17th September 2022, the Office of the Chief Secretary issued a press release confirming receipt of the said purported letter of resignation and gave notice of a special sitting of the House of Assembly on Monday 19th September, which is today, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. to elect a new Deputy Chief Secretary. See copy of the said press release attached as C. Our client is concerned to ensure that the rule of law is respected and upheld and is of the view that Mr. Duke's purported resignation is invalid, illegal, null and void, and of no legal effects. In order to tender lawful resignation, Mr. Duke must, of his own volition, tender his personal letter of resignation to the presiding officer of the Assembly and the President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Under Section 8 of the Tobago House of Assembly Act, the Deputy Chief Secretary is elected by the Assemblymen, and the President administers the oath of office. Section 1 to 42 of the Constitution governs the question of resignation and provides as follows. Section 142 of the Constitution. 1. Subject to the provision of this Constitution, any person who is appointed or elected to or otherwise selected for any office established by this Constitution, including the office of the Prime Minister or other minister or parliamentary secretary, may resign from that office by writing under his hand addressed to the person or authority by whom he was appointed, elected, or selected. And I think I read this for you all earlier on. And 2, the resignation of any person from any such office shall take effect when the writing signifying the resignation is received by the person or authority to whom it is addressed or by any person authorized by that person or authority to receive it. In the circumstances, it is abundantly clear that the purported resignation of Mr. Watson Duke as Deputy Chief Secretary is invalid and ineffective in law. There being no vacancy, it will be illegal and unconstitutional for the THA to elect a new Deputy Chief Secretary until such time that Mr. Duke tenders his resignation in accordance with the law. There is no vacancy to prompt and facilitate such an election. Take notice that we have been instructed to file an application for an administrative order in accordance with Part 56 of the Civil Proceedings Rules of Court to seek a declaration that on a correct interpretation of the law, Mr. Duke's purported resignation is invalid, null and void, and of no legal effects, and hence there is no vacant office of Deputy Chief Secretary to be filled. We call upon you to not proceed with the purported election of a new Deputy Chief Secretary at this special sitting of the THA on Monday, 19th September 2022 at 10:30 a.m. We seek an urgent and immediate formal undertaking from you by midnight tonight, failing which we have been instructed to seek an immediate injunction to restrain the THA from doing so. We trust that good sense would prevail, as it would be an exercise in futility and cause grave embarrassment to the THA if it proceeds to act in such an illegal and unconstitutional manner. This will convey the unfortunate impression that the THA is prepared to violate the Constitution and the rule of law and ride roughshod over the rights of the electorate that voted the present assemblyman into office.
I thought I was following you, and then I see a whole different paragraph. Where are you reading
No,
from?
I am reading from the letter from the law firm. It would be in the public interest for this issue to be resolved by the court in an expeditious manner. Given the urgency and time-sensitive nature of this matter, we ask that you respond via email to the email provided. Yours faithfully, Freedom Law Chambers, Vishlal Susaran, attorney at law. I hope I pronounced the man name correct.
Yeah. And
but
I see it in the Express here.
Right.
That's good.
So there's a letter here. The Honorable Fali Chavez Augustine, Chief Secretary, Office of the Chief Secretary, Narish Prasad Building. So. Resignation from the role of Deputy Secretary, Chief Secretary. There, Chief Secretary, I am writing to formalize my resignation with immediate effect as Deputy Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. I will not accept your invitation to fight for such or any position. I wish to remind you I gave you the authority to become Chief Secretary, and now I remove myself to ensure that the voice of the PDP will be heard. As you are aware, democracy and transparency have always been part of my political philosophy. I have seen firsthand that you choose to fight against me rather than fight for our people. I've lost all confidence in you. Kindly accept my resignation from post of Deputy Chief Secretary. Watson Solomon Duke, Assemblyman for Roxborough, Argyle. And then Assemblyman Watson Solomon Duke, Area Representative Roxborough, Argyle, Tobago House of Assembly. Dear Assemblyman Duke, I acknowledge your resignation letter on September 15th, 2022. I have since forwarded same to both the President of the Republic and the President Office for appropriate action. I have also shared your letter with other members of the Executive Council. We wish to thank you for your service to the Tobago House of Assembly and by extension the people of Tobago. I sincerely wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Be assured that the THU will continue to provide invaluable service to your electoral district of Roxborough, Argyle. Godspeed. Regards, Farley Augustine, Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly. What do you make of this letter that I just wrote? I just read. Bruce?
I was going through part A just now there.
Listen to the wording of this letter. This letter is written in a kind of way as though he resigned from his electoral district.
Yeah, it seems that way. But he boy. But then if he does that, then the election has to be called for that. Not so.
Okay. So the media release, Tobago House of Assembly acknowledges resignation of power of former Deputy Chief Secretary Mr. Watson Solomon Duke. Smithfield, Tobago, September 17, 2022. The office.
We reading this letter from?
I have them. I just get everything.
Okay. All right. Well,
I should have sent it to you. But I click on it and it wasn't there, so I didn't. The Office of the Chief Secretary wishes to advise the public that Assemblyman Watson Solomon Duke tendered his resignation as Deputy Chief Secretary to the people of Tobago on September 15, 2022. Mr. Duke subsequently
intimidated, same in writing, to Chief Secretary, the Honorable Fali Chavez Augustine. The Office of the Chief Secretary advises the public that the Executive Council acknowledges the resignation of Mr. Duke, and his resignation letter was forwarded to the offices of the President and Presiding Officer for appropriate action. The Office of the Chief Secretary, and by extension the Tobago House of Assembly, wishes to publicly thank Mr. Watson Solomon Duke for his service over the past 9 months. As a consequence of these recent developments, a special sitting of the House is carded for Monday, 19th September 2022 at 10:30 a.m. And, of course, we would have read for you what the both letters said. Let me take this caller here. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Sharon, good morning. Good morning again.
Morning.
Sharon, if I could find out for the listeners, who is the Freedom House Law?
I just said who it is. You're not listening to me.
No, because I never had a load on the radio because...
Head of Chamber, Anand Ram Logan, SC Associates. And that is why I particularly read and I said to people, listen to what I'm reading.
I had to sit down the radio because I don't want to...
Right.
So I didn't hear that part, but I wanted you to... Because we need to join the dots. What is the interest in them into that?
How do you mean, what is the interest?
Because that's the question we have to be asking one another.
Listen to me. I'm very happy that you asked the question. That's why I ask you, what do you mean?
Right.
This is my assumption. So, it is now going to be a fight that a political party is now going to jump in behind Watson Duke. But are not going to come out in plain and certain words to jump out behind Duke. Right? So, I will do it in this fashion. So, we went to the attorney.
Right, and then again, I'm looking at what if Fali went ahead and did what he did, then that could have been challenged in court. And now this whole thing challenged in court and Bacchanal and Kankatang start and everything started to go haywire.
Listen to me Listen to me so carefully. I read all the articles and I sit down and I dissect this thing. This is just my mind working overtime and saying to myself, Sharon, this was well orchestrated to be done in the way it was done to cause this rippling effect here today. And it just goes to show how inexperienced this THA is. Because the presiding officer, who I'm sure that they would have voted in, missed the whole game and got hit for 6, 9, and 12. Because if you were okra with the law, or even if you were okra with the whole scenario and the act of the THA, you would understand this couldn't happen the way it happened. And you would have not sent out a press release without clarifying or asking for a legal opinion before writing or saying that there's a meeting on today at 10:30 to elect a chief secretary. And not understanding, without the deputy chief secretary, THA cannot perform its duties.
Exactly.
This was designed to do just what happened here today.
And before I go, let me just put one more thing on the table. The interference of Fali into the airport projecting the cost Tobago and Trinidad a lot of money because he's very inexperienced in running the affairs of Tobago.
Thank you.
I just put out there for Trinidad.
And that is why I said what I just said, and you used the word very inexperienced.
Thank you very much, Sharon, for allowing me.
You're welcome.
Say my view.
And I want Trinidad to understand, but I want Tobago to know too. They can't hear us after 7, but there are people who have used their internet and they log on to the 2 forums that we have. And understanding this whole situation, this wasn't done just like that. It wasn't done just like that. But I'm going to play the clip for you now to understand that Chavez Augustine, Fali Chavez Augustine, you will not get away unscathed because you sat there knowing a lot of things. But because all you want office, all you was prepared to turn a blind eye to a number of things. And I'm saying, why I ask the question again, Bruce, if you send in your resignation, how can you be, where is it just now? I sent it for you.
In St. Lucia?
How can you be in St. Lucia?
Trying to heal the rift.
How can you be in St. Lucia? This was 18 hours ago. Duke in St. Lucia wants to heal the rift between islands.
What rift?
What rift you talking about, one? And in what capacity are you in St. Lucia?
Oh.
Political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, PDP, Watson Duke says he wants to heal the rift between Caribbean nations for more equality in the region. Duke made the comments in an interview with St. Lucia's DBS TV on Friday. Duke, according to the report, is in St. Lucia for a 4-day visit aimed at strengthening the relationship between St. Lucia and Tobago. There is no big brother or little brother. There is just one Caribbean, Duke stated. Everybody respect each other. You must be able to come Trinidad and fall in, come Tobago and fall in. Duke, you behaving as though you're the president or the prime minister of this country. They know your duty.
Yes.
This is not your calling.
You can't see about the rift between you and your people and your party. You're going to the next island to see about the rift. You miss murder nonsense, yes. About rift.
I don't understand. What is Duke what is the real function he wants to have in the THA? He needs to come clean and tell us. He needs to come clean and tell us. He needs to come clean and tell us. Because accusations were laid. And you know something? All you went to tongue on Tracy Davidson and the zip line. You know accusations. A political leader make accusations against, well, his former deputy political leader, the same party. You know, I hear a man talking.
Nope.
Play the clip. People log on. I want all you to understand what is going on. Log on to the Street 919 FM now and Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. Play that clip.
I want to open it up, eh?
Yeah. Mrs. Crosby, good morning.
Morning, Sharon, Bruce, everybody, morning.
Morning.
When I heard about the St. Lucia thing, I want to tell him Trinidad and St. Lucia are no rape. The way God there go do it can't rape, and he has a party, can't really rape in his own part. And another thing I heard Fali talking high from the day when he getting about the Attorney General and talking the other day how many things he achieved in 9 months. And I want to add on this. Let add on the mashing up a THA where he caused it. Right? They don't even know the act of the THA, but they got to rule country. 21 years PNM, they want to get PNM. I do nothing for 21 years, but they are doing so much in 9 months to mash up Tobago and Trinidad because they want to separate both of them. Okay then. Right?
And Ms. Crosby, you know you're quite right. They wanted secession. Is this what would have happened? Is this what would have happened? Yes, no, wait. Mount St. George?
Yes, Auntie Sharon.
Morning.
I didn't get in the greeting. Good morning to all of Trinidad and Tobago. Auntie Cheryl, Mr. Duke said that he was in St. Lucia that he's vying for the Prime Ministership of...
Wait, I'm going and read. Oh, God, don't bust me Bible yet now. I'm going and read it.
Oh, right, because you were saying what is his
yes,
thing, right? So,
I know.
right, you will read it. This is what he says. You cannot solve a simple problem with you and a man who you make the chief secretary in your party, but you go to unite the Caribbean. I think Miss Maya Motley is the best prime minister in the Caribbean that even Dr. Rowley should take advice from. Or what should you become to be advising when she should be the Caribbean advisor? I wonder what these people really think they're saying and doing. And Cheryl, let me tell you what is happening here in Tobago. Even the people now, they are so deceitful that they're coming to say that they voted for Pali. How could they vote for Pali when it's Watson Duke? They know was the head of the party. Even the day before the election, Watson Duke and his companions were in two big Range Rovers driving all over Tobago, and they were paying him King Watson Duke Solomon. Hey. King Solomon, who God made the best king in the world. And none before, and none after, except Jesus Christ. So how did now change in a town that is Pali they vote for? They are lying, they're ungrateful, they're deceitful, they're everything, and they're ashamed. That is why they're saying they voted for Pali. Because they know what is you put Pali to be the chief secretary because he had the charges with PSA and the rape charge and all things 14 over here. So they think, well, look, let me pull back. You see, just like saying, let me pull back Dr. Rowley and put Colin Booth together. But they knew what they were doing. They knew they voted for the PDP, who is Watson Duke, because he tells them he doesn't want no chief secretary stupidness. He wants to be the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago. That is why he went down there and not here and been telling the people all about in the areas where he could get caught up with those little fellas who don't want to do nothing for themselves and fool them. So I don't know what Tobago talking and Church has all of them with that stupidness. Is now they know everything. Why they didn't tell them that up front and Why they didn't tell them that up front? It's only now they want unity and love in Tobago. But everybody else who they kick as PNM here, they're not Tobagonians. These Ansel are Trinidadian or Tobagonian. Is Tracy Davison a Trinidadian or Tobagonian. Joel Jack and all Masterlin, all of them. Well, who they are? Are they Trinidadian? But it's now all they know. But Churchill is all go from here, boy. It's now all they know all the love and all kind of things. See, Mr. Winford James, you can't even say something properly now. Because all of them is ashamed. And Mr. Winford James, the night of the victory, he got on the TV and said that Dr. Rowley came to Tobago and vilified these two young men. And what Dr. Rowley and do is what Dr. Rowley, what he didn't say is what he remember about Dr. Rowley. But now, Watson Duke is making a lot of accusations about things, and Fali is here in the midst of the whole thing. I ain't nobody saying nothing. Nobody's saying anything.
Leave it right there.
You know why they say they voted for Pali, and you know why? Because they're ashamed that 9 months they can't govern and they got crumbled just now. They could do all what they want and say all they want to Sharon and not preaching doom and gloom, but they're going to crumble because Watson Duke's not going to give up.
Sharon, we have 20 seconds again before we go to the break.
Right, so we'll be back, guys. When we come back, we'll be playing the clip one time, and I'll finish read this article.
Right. So we'll be back.
We are the street. 919 FM. The only radio station bringing perfect balance between entertainment and talk. Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of you feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation that I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul. The Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
I drink in the daru, liming with the boys. This woman shout out, I make out your voice. From there we start moving, one thing lead to the next. 9 months later, it's back and all and commence. Oh, look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Now she belly high, right up to she throat. Where I go tell me why. This thing in no joke. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Pampers and hobbies, me and buy them for years. Don't talk about me no street, that go put me pocket in jail. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Is this the black man? A message left on the phone. We want direction. We hope that you're home alone. Hello, sugar daddy. The water back bus. Scanty twin babies. We christening them in August. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. She in front me house. Hanging down me door. Holy baby view. Doctor sent for you. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Sex before marriage, I never indulge in that. Is she who tempt me? Ties our belt and lash. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. I still can't believe them babies is mine. I had to get DNA to clear up my mind. The last time I checked, Facebook count was low. All of a sudden, how we climb up just so. Look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. Say she missed the old, and 2 years he ain't touch she. How I touch the sweet spot, and swell up she whole belly. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. If you see the twins that mean is you in print. They hide your own structure, resembling your grandmother. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. But look where one lash could do. Look where one lash could do. But look where one lash could do. 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 Look where one lash could do.
The steel pan, the only musical instrument invented in the 20th century, is a reflection of the perseverance and innovativeness of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, which have always been central to our development as a nation. And the steel pan story epitomizes this, carved out of life and struggle and determination rising out of the spirit of the African drum, the steel pan stands today as evidence of innovativeness, creativity, and passion for life integral to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Kwesi Paul. Join me each and every Sunday from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight on the street, 91.9 FM.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle Tuesday morning from 11:05 to 12 noon. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Maraval Road, 91.9. Our services start from, 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning from the first, the second, and last Wednesday of the month. We are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maraval.
The Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch. Our 60th independence celebrations continue with the Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch competition. Come out and see TNT's Calypso Heavyweights vie for the grand prize of $200,000. Look out for the semifinals on September 17th at Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, and the finals on September 25th at the Grandstand, Queens Park, Savannah. Who will take the crown of the Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch? For more info, contact the Tuco head office at 623-9660 or follow us at Forging Forward TT on Facebook and Instagram. The Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour family radio ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., to the children's hour worship ministry of the Word, and the family forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., the Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat, I look like it's as well.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. Just a bit of quick information for you. Our 60th Independence celebrations continues with the Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch competition. Yes, we are at the final stage. Yes. So come out and see TNT's Calypso Heavyweights vie for the grand prize of $200,000. The finals on September 25th at the Grandstand Queen's Park, Savannah, who will take the crown of the Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch. For more information, you can contact Tuco head office at 623-9660 or follow us at Forging Forward TT on Facebook and Instagram. Embassy is coming to Tobago Carnival from the 21st to the 31st of October 2022. Pickup points are Bonaccord Lagoon, Private Jetty, Crown Point. Packages include captain, cleaning crew, sound system, one DJ and security. So book with us. For more information, you can contact 281-4723 or 363-4030 or 324-4227. Embassy for bookings on Facebook or email us at embassycruises@gmail.com. Yes, people, it's that time again where we head back to school. It's a massive back-to-school sale now on at Sharon's One-Stop Bookstore. Get all your kindergarten, primary, secondary, tertiary education, textbooks, and stationery, both boys and girls. Carry a wide range of school uniforms, including shirts, pants, overalls, belts, ties, socks, and more. Bring your list and our friendly staff will assist you. For all your back-to-school needs, visit Sharon's One-Stop Bookstore located at Eastern Main Road, Sawa, Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, and two locations, Level 1 and 2, Trin City Mall, Trin City. Sharon's One-Stop Bookstore has always been there for you. Call 663-1884 for more info or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Reggae Rock Sundays featuring MC Duke and Selector Kochi presents to you Reggae Rock with a touch of everything. On board the luxurious Embassy yacht, it happens on September 24th, yes, Republic Night, boarding 10 p.m., sailing at 11 p.m. at the Hyatt Waterfront in Port of Spain. Get your groove on with top DJ Selector Kochi, Bruce Wayne, TC, and Heavy Duty. Early bird tickets cost $150. After that, you pay $175. For tickets, call Selector Kachi at 777-7909 and MC Duke at 349-4121. Remember, it's reggae rock with a touch of everything. It happens Republic Night. No oversized coolers, no glass bottles allowed. Don't miss it. Champions, let's get ready to party in fine style on board the Sea Champion, and yacht lovers, get ready to party on board the luxurious Embassy Yacht. For more information, call us on 399-5959, 280-7512, or email coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Join Pastor Kelvin Harry Narayan and friends for the Way, the Truth, the Life radio program, Radio Ministry, a Church of Life ministry live on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 6:05 p.m. to 7 p.m. For further information, contact 686-3845 or 349-5178 or 342-7303. And tune into the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, the health store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Muhammad. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp us at 309-4697 or 620-9379. So while I await the lovely Miss Sharon Felix to return, I am going to open up the lines to take some of your calls in the meantime. So you can call me at 342-0081 and 466-5391. We'll just take a few calls before Sharon gets back in, and we will be playing that clip for you. So, caller, good morning.
A blessed morning to you, Bruce Iwer again.
Morning, my brother.
Miss Felix, go. That is why you're here at the class, you know. I want to know what role Duke really playing going to CARICOM nations and talking about rift. Who is Mr. Watson Duke speaking to? If you was watching you, Bruce. Because we have people in these nations who hold the interests of Trinidad and Tobago, and any citizen either Trinidad or Tobago could go in, just as what happened in New York, you know. Why they didn't go into the ambassador? Huh? Why they didn't go and tell them the problems? What happened? According to what is going on, they want to secede. And in my lifetime, I would never see that happening, because it have brilliant Tobago minds that will make sure that the unification and the unity of Trinidad and Tobago stay perpetual. Because we have a Prime Minister who is from Tobago. And as a Shane Bruce right now, he have done more than any other Prime Minister. Be it PNM, opposition, have done for Tobago. You know, the complaint in Tobago is not the transport again. If you was watching your Bruce.
Yeah.
Because right now, it top up. Right now, everybody want to go to Tobago for October. Yes, you see that October Fest where will be happening in Tobago? I have to say that. It should be a national thing. Every October in Tobago, the launching of Carnival, instead of they having launching of Carnival next week in Trinidad, the launching of Carnival should be in Tobago as a national festival where the Trinidad participants who would be there in Republic, they should be in Tobago. If you was watching Nablus, having the carnival in Trinidad and Tobago in the February-March period, what is going on? But this is what I want to say. You see Pali and his other 12, they put their foot in their mouth because they have to, had was to reject that resignation from Duke. If it was watching your Bruce, but all of them accept it. And here Duke say, I have no PDP inside the THA. How that is happening, Bruce? What these 13 people doing right now, if you was watching you? So, Mr. Pali, all the girls act together. All you cannot do nothing without Duke. Bye-bye.
Oh, Lord, I'm back.
I know.
So, Bruce, I had to go and see my grandchildren in there. Oh, Lord. Anyhow.
I know put back up Facebook.
Yes, I'm now going to tell you. And you realize that's 8 o'clock. This we drop off, eh?
Some mornings it has happened, some mornings it don't happen. So, I know.
Yes. So, anyhow, let me say happy belated birthday to my gummy bear, my teddy bear, my second born. Yesterday was Kevin's birthday, you know. My gummy bear.
Mommy nice Shiloh.
Yeah, I would do. I'm a gummy bear, you know. Anyhow, listen to me. I want to make a little bit, I want us to shift gears in a bit. But after we play the video, then we're going to shift gears. It's just a reminder that people are not stupid. All right? We're going to shift gears. I want us to touch on the Lee. And I send you something. When we finish play that that video, I want you to play that tune for me. I'll send it to you. Yes, check your phone, check your phone. So Trinidad and Tobago and the World by extension, we 610 on YouTube, and our Facebook is now building back up. So, don't worry. We're now 142 back up on Facebook. Right, so Bruce, put up the clip for me. I just want you, just to close off, I'm closing off the whole Farley Watson Duke issue with that. So, go ahead, Bruce.
The most hidden. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Open you up here. Where the volume gone? Yeah. But who interfere with it?
And naive and wanting to just brush and not prosecuting. Yes, the chief secretary must address those allegations and so on.
Go back to the top, Bruce. Go back to the top.
Yeah, I went back. You hearing it, right?
I know. I ain't hearing this part here now.
Just now, wait. I'll now pause it. I'm going to make sure that this, I don't know. I'm trying to make sure that everything is what it's supposed to. You see it, it's on the wrong thing. I don't know who does interfere. Right. That's supposed to be it there. No.
Yes, the chief secretary must address those allegations and so on. Yeah. And he must not get an easy part, because a lot of people are naive and wanting to just brush and not prosecuting the issues as they come forward. And that will be most reckless of us and irresponsible. Because Mr. Duke, as Deputy Chief Secretary, has made massive allegations and alleging, I have to choose my words very carefully here, alleging that the Chief Secretary has been moving huge sums of money from Trinidad to Tobago, and he's saying also from Trinidad to Tobago. He's implying that the Chief Secretary goes down to Trinidad to collect huge sums of money to bring to Tobago. And Mr. Duke is also claiming that is not to pay bills of the PDP because he is responsible for that, Mr. Duke. These are massive allegations being made, not by me, but by the DCS, and he's claiming that for huge or hugely valued contracts, one for $25 million, sole selected, no competitor. The executive just sole select. 60 million. You know, and you wonder where these contracts are. And one for $75 million. And they're not going to Tobago, which is an issue that we have to discuss.
Sure.
This was the same man who stand up on a platform and ridiculed Tracy Davidson. He went to town. I not giving up on this, you know. I am not giving up on this. I'm not giving up on this. Farley and Watson Duke, all they need to move away. This calls for fresh election. All they need to elections have to call, boy. This is too much of bacchanal. This is too much of bacchanal taking place at this time. Bruce, so Trinidad and Tobago, I had to close off this segment with that. But we will continue this another day, you know. Because this piece of bacchanal here, this, Papa, yo. Give him a tune there.
But Sean, I don't make sure that this tune I get with flag, eh?
Just give me a little thing now. It's a little thing.
1, 2, 3. Look at Mr. Lee. 3, 4, 5. Look at him, John. Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee,
Mr. Lee. All right, you could give him that. So Trinidad and Tobago, I just had to do that. Thank you, Mr. Chance. I had to do that. You see, unlike the other radio stations, we had to be careful and mindful, but I just had to sneak in a little thing. And why I had to do that? You see, when the shoes on another foot, all it does know how tight it is. All it does know how tight it, all your shoes is on all your foot. Don't make no excuses. Do not make any excuses. So Pointe-a-Pierre MP Lee denies 4 charges. I own the Benz. Pointe-a-Pierre MP David Lee is anxiously awaiting his day in court to prove his innocence, as he insists he is still the owner of the vehicle at the center of the investigation, which led to the 2 fraud charges laid against him. The Financial Investigation Branch, FIB, has slapped Lee with charges arising out of an investigation into the purchase of a Mercedes-Benz valued at $2.3 million, which attracted a 1.4 million tax exemption. It is being alleged that Lee was not using the vehicle and a party financier may have benefited from this transaction. I have full faith in our independent institution, and I await my day in court to prove my innocence. Lee said in a statement on Saturday, he claimed the charges were nothing short of a political witch hunt and distraction by this government. This government, Mr. Lee, when Marlene McDonald was charged and brought before the court, the PNM was in office yet. All you had a field day, first to begin your political leader, come up on a platform with a file. Then it is alleged that she would have indicated to Ms. McDonald prior to the being locked up that they come in for you, XYZ. But how come she didn't know to tell you that they come in to get you too? She didn't tell you. She didn't tell you that. You see, these things have been going on, and the population didn't know a number of things. We had one man bringing 2 vehicles with 1 chassis number and all of that. All you remember that? We had a minister of housing and something with some Range Rover. Remember that? Which was allocated to the ministry, but the wife was driving it. All you can remember that?
The family car.
Oh. He said he will prove that the charges are not only futile as well as false, but are a direct attempt by an administration that has lost its way to change the national conversation away from the hardship which they have caused on our population. So wait, Dr. Rowley and the government caused COVID-19.
That's right.
Right? They have caused COVID-19 1 and COVID-19 2. COVID-19 1 is what the whole world face, and COVID-19 2 is all here. So this government, Dr. Rowley, has caused that hardship, that kind of hardship on us. Okay, let's go ahead. Vowing to be circumspect as the matter is now before the courts, he used the opportunity to inform the public that at no time did I contravene, conspire, or seek to defraud the state or its institution through the access of exemptions for the purchase of a vehicle, which all MPs are allowed. Lee felt it important to let the public know that the transaction undertaken with respect to the vehicle were within the confines of the law, as the evidence would show. To this very day, the vehicle is owned by me. The vehicle remains in my name. The vehicle's insurance is in my name. The loan agreement is in my name. But Bruce, if I am privy to that kind of exemptions and the loans according to how it's stated, and I say, Bruce, I go buy this thing for you, but you know, in a couple of years is when I will be able to transfer it. All right? And so on. So, you know, you have to be out with that instructions.
That's right.
So, if it is that the vehicle is costing 2 point so much million, and I could get it for 1.4, and I am entitled to this loan, and I have to pay maybe $2,000 or $3,000 a month, I will afford you that. You will give me that $3,000, not how much thousand every month, back when I take it out of my fee, my
yes.
You know what I'm talking about. All right? So it is set up in that way that is how it happens. I'm saying to you, Bruce, this is our transaction going on.
That's right.
Right? So we're not stupid. We're not stupid. But to this very day, the vehicle is owned by me. The vehicle remains in my name. The vehicle's insurance is in my name. The loan agreement is in my name. But Bruce, I cannot do otherwise. I have to leave it as is.
Correct.
He said all documentation supports the fact that I am the owner of the vehicle in question. I've always been transparent with the ownership of this vehicle to the point that I have recorded it each year since its acquisition on my annual declaration to the Integrity Commission. Put simply, I have been charged for a vehicle that I am the legal owner of, but this is an issue I am confident, given the proof, will be vindicated in our nation's court. Lee said he remains committed to do his job as MP and will not be distracted, deterred, or even intimidated from taking a stand against a government that continues to put the population under significant socio-economic burdens. Lee's status as party whip in the parliament remains the same for now. UNC chairman Devendrat Tanku said on Saturday, the party, which has thrown its full support behind its MP, is yet to discuss whether Lee will continue to hold the position. But you send Jack Warner to go and clear his name, Yes, they had sent Gary Griffith. We forgetting. We forgetting. We totally forgetting. But when it is, the PNM could have do or say, or when McDonald got hold, Marlene McDonald, all you had a field day. Prior to that, all you had a field day. But you see, sometimes when you're so eager to do people wickedness, you just always forget a loophole and you just fall in it. You just always forget there's a loophole and you just fall in it. And I could tell all you, a particular person I know tried that and it has failed because there's a God above. I want to open the lines just to have a little discussion quickly. It's 8:32 a.m. on that whole matter. All you went to Tongue and Faris Alwari in a vehicle. Like all you forget or what? Like all you forget. But you see, it was done in accordance to the law. So all you had nothing else to say, but also you had to keep quiet. You all had to keep quiet. So let's go to the lines and take the calls. 307-0930, 475-7426. I have one here. Caller, good morning.
And I hear any person?
They call in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but the caller, good morning. Caller, good morning. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I'm not hearing any person either. Let me take Mr. Chance. What happened in here?
I hear boop, boop.
No, but I don't. Mr. Chance?
Yes, good morning, Miss Felix.
I don't know what's happening to the other line. Hello? Mr. Chance, you hearing me?
You hung up.
Mr. Chance? Yes, you hearing me?
Yes, I mean, you know.
Right.
Good morning, Miss Felix. Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Time is short, so I want to get into it one time. I want to thank you for identifying this project. And I want to take a second to sing along the song with you, you know. 1, 2, 3. Look at Mr. Lee. 3, 4, 5. Look at him drive. Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. Ow, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. Ow, ow, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. You have to be focused on that, you know, Mr. Lee. You know why? At the World Anti-Corruption Summit in 2016, corruption, and you hear me, has been identified as the single biggest cancer that robs countries of its revenue. Let me say that again to you. At the World Anti-Corruption Summit in 2016, I believe Dr. Oli was there. Yeah. Corruption has been identified as the biggest cancer that robs countries of its revenue. That is why we have to pay attention. And I'm not going to go into the details of the matter, because I know the matter could be sub judice. But I am going to put on the public record. You see, whenever we hear these things about corruption, we give a general term, misbehavior in public office. I did it with Anand Ramlukan and Jay Ramjeen. I did it with Anil Maharaj in the Sanigani Regional Corporation to show you how serious corruption is. And with Anil Maharaj, to show you how serious it is, that Anil Maharaj, the counselor in Sanigani, you know, Bruce and Sharon and the Titans, he has to visit the Sandigandhi police station every Wednesday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. until the matter settles. He has to go there, and those are the details I like to give the public. Let me tell you what are the charges, in spite of what Mr. Lee is saying. Let me tell you, and I got that from the police website, you know. Hear this. The charges on David A. Lee. His middle name is A, so you could call him David A. Lee. I pulled that down from the Parliament channel. During the period 24th March 2019 and 8th of June 2019, David Lee, a member of Parliament, conspired, hear the word, conspired with Mr. X to defraud the state of Trinidad and Tobago. That's the corruption coming, you know. Defraud the state of Trinidad and Tobago in the sum of $1,416,200 on the purported purchase. You know what big would mean? Saying something is so and is not so, purported. Saying that it is so and it is not so. On the purported purchase by the said David Lee, applying for and obtaining tax exemptions in the sum of $1,416,292. But I want to hear the second charge, you know. Because we on the ground must understand these details. Here's the second one. During the period 24th of March 2019 and the 8th of June 2019, hear this part. David Lee, a member of parliament, falsely and dishonestly applied and obtained tax exemption in the sum of $1,415,292 for the purported purchase. I told you what purported is, saying something is so and is not so, by David Lee for use and benefit in the performance of his duty. But hear this part. Knowing full well that the vehicle was purchased by a Mr. X, somebody else, right? And knowing that Mr. X is not entitled to those exemptions. That is the matter that David A. Lee faces in the court. Those are the details of the matter that he faces in the court, in spite of what he's saying to us. And I want to close my contribution by saying to David Lee, over the last 2 Mondays, you were on the Monday Night Forum, maligning my Prime Minister, you know, saying all sorts of things and saying he's flying all over the place, he ain't know what he's doing and stuff. But I want to clear the record for that. I'm not going to allow you to do that. I'm not going to allow you to do that. Now that it's before the court, I want to clear this matter. Our Prime Minister was abroad. And let me tell you very quickly what he was doing. The Prime Minister went to Switzerland to meet Proman, and let me tell you why he went. Proman is one of the largest downstream investors in the petrochemical industry in Trinidad and Tobago. You hear that? The largest. And when he talks to Proman, he works on contracts that is going to sustain the revenue for Trinidad and Tobago. Petrochemical is one of the leading ways in which Trinidad and Tobago gets its money to feed its people, to pay pension, to pay public assistance, to pay ships, to pay workers, and to pay all public servants. Petrochemical. And I want to tell you, the second thing, he went to Shell. Let me tell you what he went to Shell for. Trinidad and Tobago has a production sharing contract with Shell for the gas field, the Manatee gas field. This project here again will be one of the largest natural gas development projects they're undertaking. There's an investment of about $1.8 billion, David A. Lee. If you go on the website, if you go on the Parliament website, you'll see David A. Lee. I couldn't find out what the A is, but for the time being, I will say David arrested Lee. Okay? Because it's as a fact, Felix, you're laughing.
I laugh at how you put it across.
Yes, he's David arrested Lee. That is my way now. So that it is. And the last one I want to tell you, you don't talk about where he's going all about it. He went to meet the Vice President of the United States. He is the co-chair of the Caribbean and United States Energy Committee. Here he is. That's the capacity he went. Because energy is important to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Because to a large extent, that is what feeds our people. Petrochemicals, oil, gas. And even the Caribbean islands, they get a special arrangement from Venezuela where they pay less and they get a longer time to pay, and that impacts on their economy. So the entire Caribbean is impacted by energy. That is why the Prime Minister went there. He's not only talking about Trinidad and Tobago, but the entire Caribbean. You understand that? And the reason is that once we do that, we will ensure the future of Trinidad and Tobago. If we do not, as the Prime Minister says, going down the road later in the years, we will not be able to pay our bills. Our pensioners will not get their pension. Our public servants will have to go home. We will not be able to give our children bursaries and go to school. Those are the consequences if the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is not the main salesman to sell Trinidad and Tobago to the people to be able to fire of goods. And the main thing we produce in this country, oil and gas and petrochemicals. So, Mr. Lee, Mr. David arrested me. I hope I've satisfied you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chance. I tell you, way
Papa, you.
Mount St. George.
Yes, Auntie Cheryl. Good morning. The Dean of
Talk.
the Morning Show.
We get it good and proper. You know, I don't have nothing to say after that.
Mr. Chan, why I pray and I earnestly pray that the Lord keep you, continue to give you the knowledge and the understanding of these things, that you could come and tell people who want to hear the truth and the facts of things of Trinidad and Tobago. Because I was coming to also say Mr. David Lee a couple of weeks ago was there saying Dr. Worley waste time and this and that and all sorts of things. David arrested Lee, the best name that could ever call this morning. What a shame. What a shame. And I'm not adding more to what the Dean has said. What he said is what we have to digest and think about until he comes again. But let me just say a little piece again of Mr. Farley, Auntie Sharu. Mr. Farley Chavez, in one of his speeches, whether it's a speech or what, with the whole bacchanal with him was and the allegations of the money thing, he come to say that he is the poorest chief secretary it ever had. What it has to do with money, where the chief secretary is. So what you're saying, that he was a teacher all the time. So what he was doing with his money. When Mr. London became the chief secretary, Mr. London was a principal he left as a principal in Signal Hill Senior Com, and maybe he was gainfully employed somewhere else. I don't know much about the whole situation. I think Mr. Kelvin Charles, he was the presiding officer under Mr. London, and then he moved into the election to be selected as the leader, and then whatever. I don't know much about the rest before. I think who was before them, like Mr. Denoon and Mr. Hotel Charles, and they might have had business also. So because you were the poorest chief secretary, Mr. Farley Chavez Augustine, as you say, you would like them to call you, that is the reason why you take kickbacks? Is that he was trying to tell us indirectly? If that is the case, well, boy, I'm sorry for you and your partner. But that is all I have to say for now. The Dean of Talk of the Morning Show has already said it all. So come on, people. If you all have something to add, Auntie Sharon and Uncle Boosie waiting, they will be off in a little bit from now. I'm gone, Auntie Sharon. Blessed day to you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Love you all. Yeah.
Okay, my dear. You have any, dear Bruce?
Yes, I have.
Okay, take it. I have one here.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, morning.
Morning.
Sharo, morning.
Oi.
Morning. All you remember, and I heard it last night on this your program, but she bring back that, and I was thinking about that. But you only remember who bring up the vehicles in Parliament? I remember remind the public, so you could know how this thing transpired. It was Mulal who started calling, to giving out people's, the government bench, calling out how much this one buy this Range Rover, not Range Rover, Prado, and this one buy a Porsche, and this one buy this, and that one buy that. Right? Mm-hmm. The media ran with it. Everybody started talking about, oh yeah, they ain't studying no, but they like to hype up people's business, but they know it backfire. Because other people in the media don't want to see what them buy on the other side. And it must stand out because the money that he paid for that Benz, it must stand out. So when people see that, they start to talk about it. And that is where the authorities and them now zooming on it. But if Murilal and them didn't want to dig hole, the bury PNM people.
That's right. But
they would not be buried. Because nobody knew about it. Because he did it so well, and for him to tell me that it's on my name, and I mean that really does it peanuts, because in order for the department that handle those things in the system you must present documentation with your name on the vehicle for you to get the exemption. But what they are saying is that the beneficiary owner, basically this is what it is, the beneficiary owner is what getting in trouble. And probably what the answer and tell the police and them and the information that the police and them and they are the lady charge, because it's not just that the police lady charge and it gone there, it reached to the DPP. So when they're trying to push the thing and this political align on all those things, they also aligning the police and the DPP as PNM people doing the thing for them, which is not true, because Ms. Kamala Prasad, the Cesar, who I don't know where she get the information from, as you say, allegedly told Ms. McDonald that she's going to be arrested. So they just get a little, couture easy because there are people who working in the public service. They just talk. Right? I don't mind the talk, but there are certain things that they're not supposed to talk about. And when they open up certain things, it causes damage to the country. But she said it and let Ms. McDonald, clear herself. And she stepped aside. So what is Mr. Lee waiting on? He should be, clearing himself, go step aside and clear himself. He can't go back in Parliament and speak on behalf of anybody at this time. Just as Ms. Kamala Prasad did to Franklin Khan and Eric Williams, she went in the Parliament and read out certain things, and Mr. Manning had no other choice than to make them step aside. And they cleared themselves in court, in which we get the information now that who set up these two gentlemen. And that is why I'm going back to my original statement. They dig in hole, they bury people, and they gain themselves buried in their own filth. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have a caller here. Caller, good morning. Caller, you there? Good morning. All right, apparently the caller left. Guys, we just have a few more minutes, and you need to take time and understand we have a lot of callers on. So please, if you're caller ready, allow the others to call in, please. Caller, good morning.
Sharon, good morning. Bruce, good morning.
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 I need to ask a question, right? Sharon, on this thing with Mr. David Lee, I want to ask, where's Miss Marlene McDonald now? Question I'm asking that, right? Since that she hasn't been in Parliament since she was charged, right?
Right.
Where is Mr. Anil Roberts? Where is Mr. David Lee? Where is Mr. Ram Logan? Where is Mr. Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj? Where is Jerry Rambi? All of them still sitting in Parliament making a set of bacchanal.
But Ramesh not in Parliament.
Okay, well, he's not there again. But what I'm saying, Sharon, where are these other people? Anil, the Ram Logan, the Ramdeen? Come on. If Mr. David Lee, he's still there too. Where is Marlene McDonald? So that we bring back Marlene McDonald to be inside in Parliament too. Because if it's good for PNM, it's good for UNC. And as the gentleman say, they dig in hole to bury people. But here what happens, Sharon, they're so stupid, they stand up on the side where how wet and the mud soft and they fall in and it themselves. Sharon, let me tell you something, Long road for Magabote is just a matter of time. With Mr. Duke and Mr. Farley, you cannot take people from different parties to form your own party. This is what's going on. This is the long and short of it. You understand? I'm waiting to see what you're coming. But as you say, Sharon, when Manning had the problem, Sharon and John Papa, Kamala John and say what? Call election. What happening now? So why they can't call election? They're unstable 9 months? 9 months, Sharon, come on. Now we wait and see how it unfolding. But at the ending of the day, if Marlene could have stepped aside, I find Anil, Ramdi, David Lee, and the others who were charged also should take a back. They're not supposed to be there. Because, Sharon, if I, as a normal person, get charged, right, by the police, and I used to sit down in some governmental organization, right, they would have told me, hey, take a back seat. So why it's good for them, but it's not good for me?
As usual.
Sharon, I'm waiting. Stanley got charged. He was the Prime Minister. Duke get charged for Bacchanal Day in the Haiti. But Sharon, he was the Deputy Chief Secretary of Tobago. He still hold all, and what Sharon, he was holding all he posts on them. He is Mr. Extraordinaire. Remember when Cameron Party cover with Minister Extraordinaire, this and that and the other? And wait. I hope I make a little sense and a little clarity that's seeming to that with my contribution to Trinidad and Tobago. All you keep on listening. And Sean, one thing I want you to do. This man they call Penguin. I want to play you song.
Oh God, boy, we just can't play. It's a windy bam bam, but boy, we just can't play too much. I want the thing to get flag.
Sean, you're happening. Tonight is the home flag. Tonight is the home flag. Everything it have a flag.
Caller gone. Have a good day.
Only have a good day too.
Bruce, do you have any there?
Go ahead, Sean.
All right.
The
Brian?
No start.
Good morning, Miss Felix.
Oh, God, Brian, you don't have much time.
I know. Because today you did very, very well today. Congrats. Something to hear from the beginning to the end.
Oh, my gosh.
And all of the information was really, really important for the public to hear.
Yes.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
And special good morning to Angie, my good friend.
Our good friend. Our good. Don't try to take her away from me, please. Right.
Well, sometimes I may need her personally for myself, but yes, you are right. Our good friend.
Right.
Titan's good friend.
Yes.
Very quickly. I feel like if you notice something, this morning I listened to Wilford James trying to bring the PNM talking about Dr. Rowley may be looking at for a snap election. Let me tell people this. We making our comment, and Dr. Rowley don't have time. If you notice, he is busy, as Mr. Chance said this morning, attempting to stabilize this country into the future and carry us into the future, because we don't know what will happen in 2025. That is the point I want to make very quickly. I'll expand more on it perhaps on Wednesday or during the course of the week. But the point is this: Dr. Roy had no time to be talking about this one and that one. He will talk about it because they ask him all sorts of questions about the country and the well-being of the country and what he has did when he went out there to stabilize the economy and the revenue of Trinidad and Tobago. Unlike other parties who have been there before and lied to us. And I will keep saying it about what they could not do because they did not know how to negotiate. Understand? They didn't know how to deal with issues of oil and gas. They didn't know, and they lied. You understand? But Dr. Rowley, the Honorable Dr. Rowley is out there talking to those in second in command, to the people in the boardroom make the decisions that will determine the future of our country for all of us. The most of the people born, I ain't getting nothing. And let me tell you something, we have a lot more than a lot of those countries. I don't know what this party, not party, what Watson doing outside. They're trying to create rift between Trinidad and Tobago and the other islands. I don't know what is he doing outside there, but we will solve those problems too. Dr. Rowley is out there doing his best for us, and we have to continue to support the PNM. And they will self-destruct. We don't have to get inside of there for James to say anything or do anything or call no snap election. Or they can self-destruct on their own.
All right, Brian. Leave it there. Trinidad and Tobago, that's where we had to go, Bruce?
Yep.
How much more time we have?
That's it.
Oh, gosh. I'm not going to tell all about the bacchanal with UNC. Anyhow, Kamala Logics, Go ahead. You tell this one Claire the name, Claire, tell Lee go and Claire his name and come back. Trinidad and Tobago, this is where we got to leave it for today. Talk to you on Wednesday, please God. I hope I don't have no challenges. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus, but you know why you do these things. And up next is Google. Then we have the VNR show and Aisha Wells. Guys, you need to stay locked to the Street 919 FM. Look at the new branding. Look at the new way we do things. It's epic. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Ciao.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
The music
views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
The Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch. Our 60th Independence celebrations continue with the Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch competition. Come out and see TNT's Calypso Heavyweights vie for the grand prize of $200,000. Look out for the finals on September 25th at the Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah. Who will take the crown of the Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch? For more info, contact the Tuco head office at 623-9660 or follow us at Forging Forward TT on Facebook and Instagram. The Diamond Jubilee Calypso Monarch.
Reggae Rock Sundays featuring MC Duke and Selector Kutchi present Reggae and Rockers. On board the Embassy Yacht on September 24th, Republic Night. Boarding 10 p.m. and sailing at 11 p.m. at the Hyatt Waterfront in Port of Spain. Get your reggae groove on. With top DJs, Selector Kutchi, Bruce Wayne, TC and Heavy Duty. Early bird tickets cost $150. After that, you pay more, $175. For tickets, call Selector Kutchi at 777-7909 and MC Duke at 349-4121. Reggae and Rockers Republic Night. No oversized schoolers allowed. Don't miss it.
Here at Land Capital Certificates, we provide opportunities for your money to make money. We all know saving is important, but saving alone won't get you to your financial goals. And let's face it, the bank doesn't have your best interest in mind. So this is your wake-up call. Do you have $1 million saved? Then contact us today. Spots Unlimited. Call 324-LENN. That's 324-LENN.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, The Health Store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379.
On Republic Day, we celebrate TT. Wear your national colors with pride as we head to Library Corner, San Fernando for an evening of live music action with the big band, A-Team, alongside Patrice Roberts. I go drink water and mind my business. Farmer Nappy. And many, many more. Action kicks off at 5 p.m. Admission is absolutely free. Come out with your family as we celebrate TT. Follow us at Forging Forward TT on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Celebrate TT Republic Day as we head to Library Corner, San Fernando. Wear your national colors. All we need is the sunshine and wine.
Good, that boat ride looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat ride look like it was wet.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Street 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kutchi. So make it a date and don't be late.